Okay, we're back on the Morning Brew. Good to have you guys with us today. We're going to get to business right away. A short business week, but nonetheless important. Rachel Sams is here, managing editor of Albuquerque Business First. Welcome back.
Thanks
Great to be here this morning with this. Yeah, I hear there's a 2-hour delay everywhere, but
well, wait a minute.
we're not here.
How come we didn't delay
pull up
for
our
2 hours?
bootstraps and get in here early this morning for
gosh.
you.
Absolutely. We've already watched Bon Jovi and everything, so we're good to
We
go.
have.
It's all set.
So it's all about the retail this week.
Yes.
I'm a little sick of hearing about Black Friday. I think it's way overhyped, but nonetheless,
Larry.
it's an important.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's an important thing. Yeah, and so it's a good time to check in. How's retail doing in Albuquerque?
Definitely. So we looked at retail for our cover story this week. Obviously, because it's that time of year, we've all got shopping on the brain. But the real thing that's been going on for a while now is that retail in Albuquerque has really been very active. It's been a really active period the past year or so. Retail is a big deal in Albuquerque. It actually employs about 41,000 people.
Wow,
That's
I didn't realize that.
It's more than any other kind of business except for healthcare in town. So it's a big employer here, and it's been pretty healthy, particularly in terms of real estate. Other sectors of real estate have really struggled since the recession. You see a lot of empty offices. Office vacancy is actually about 20%, but retail is only about half that. And even the past couple of years when a lot of businesses have struggled, overall the retail market in Albuquerque has been pretty good. We've seen a lot of new stores come into town, a lot of new activity. You have the Gordmans opening up 2 stores here. It's a department store out of the Midwest. And then also one of those stores is at Coronado. You also have Dick's Sporting Goods opening at Coronado. So that takes up a couple of big vacancies there. Yeah. A lot of space that's now filled with some merchandising. So you have that going on. ABQ Uptown is about 100% full.
That place was vacant and like a ghost town for so long, and finally it's starting to be this vibrant area again. It's
anybody
amazing.
find a parking place there? I can't.
Especially this time of year, just forget
Impossible.
it. Forget it.
I'm going to hike in from someplace else.
Yeah, right.
But wait a minute, Rachel. I thought we were all shopping online and not going to brick and mortar places.
Well, you're seeing both, definitely. And that's part of the way that the holiday season has really changed. You know, you talk about Black Friday.
Yeah.
When I was a kid growing up, we'd drive to the mall every Friday after Thanksgiving. If you wanted deals, that was when you had to shop. Now it's the holiday shopping season is expanding in all directions. Earlier, later. Now you have Black Thursday with all these retailers opening on Thanksgiving.
Isn't that crazy?
It is really.
Oh my gosh.
It's interesting. You've seen a lot of backlash to it. A lot of people are really unhappy. They say, you know, you shouldn't be making your staff work on Thanksgiving Day. And we do an online poll of our readers every week. It's not scientific. It's just a fun way to see kind of what people are thinking. And when we asked, do you think stores should open on Thanksgiving, 86% of our readers said no. But yet, you know, the stores are opening because they think someone's going to be shopping there.
There's going to be people in the stores.
Absolutely.
The thing is, too, is people feel that urgency that they have to go right after Thanksgiving. So then you throw it on Thanksgiving Day, and people are like, no, but we have Thanksgiving, and now shopping, what do we do? And,
well, it's also, the season has extended in other directions, too. Sometimes some of the retailers are offering their Thanksgiving discounts even like a week before Thanksgiving. Then you have people shopping through the holiday weekend. And then, of course, now there's Cyber Monday. And that's the Monday after Thanksgiving. That's actually believed to be the busiest online shopping day of the year. And it's when, you know, maybe people are coming back from their holiday weekend. They didn't get as much done as they wanted to. They're at their desks, they've got a good internet connection, all the sales are going. They're like, oh, I'll put off work for a while and just check out the deals. So that's a big part of the holiday shopping season now too. You are seeing both store activity, but also a lot of online activity.
And now we also have Small Business Saturday to help support all the local vendors and all those local shops.
It's kind of interesting to see how many ways Black Friday got its name because it was believed that even if a store was losing money all year long, if you were in the red, you could potentially make enough money that day to go into the black to be profitable for the year. So it's a huge, holiday shopping is just such a huge deal for retailers. It's such a huge part of their business that you have even seen those campaigns to get independent retailers in on the action that say, we don't want everyone to just go to the malls. We want people to check out our stores too. Remember that we're here and that we've got neat stuff and some cool deals.
You know, the thing of it is, when Macy's announced a month or two ago that they would open on Thanksgiving, all the traditionalists said that you can't do that.
Right.
But when you look at the numbers, and retailers are smart people, they look at the dollar volume and the number of people, the percentage of business that gets done in that weekend. How could you not be open?
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to get market share in there.
You're really missing out if you're not. It's true.
That's right.
Your competitors will be if you aren't.
That's right.
So people are, planning for it well in advance, staffing for it. The retailers that are going to be opening on Thanksgiving have had staffing plans in place for a long time. They want to make sure that they've got enough people on board to capture that business.
Indeed.
I am very curious to see their numbers after Thanksgiving, to see how many people really come out on Thanksgiving Day.
It is interesting just because you did hear such an outcry from people who thought it was just a horrible idea to be open on Thanksgiving. Well, how many of them might actually show up in the store?
Yeah.
That'll be really interesting to see.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And actually, about $700 average is how much the average person spends on their holiday shopping. So it's a good amount. Those numbers come from a Gallup poll that just came out, and that is predicted. Holiday shopping is predicted to be up about 2% this year. So it's not huge growth, but it's kind of in line with what we've seen since the recession. People are still shopping.
Yeah.
They're just budget conscious. They're not going to maybe do as many splurges as they might have done a few years ago when the economy was better. But people are definitely shopping. You've got about 25% of Americans who will spend over $1,000 on Christmas. Yeah.Ose are the ones who just go all out. I'm sure you know some of these people. It's their favorite time of year.
Yeah. They've already done a lot of their shopping already.
Absolutely.
So.
The tree's up, everything's decorated.
Yeah.
They've got, 40 gifts bought, and they're all done with their shopping when we're just getting started. And then you have, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have about 8% of Americans that they just say bah humbug, and they won't buy any gifts at all for whatever reason. So it really does run the gamut, but it's a huge time of year for retailers, and everyone just wants to grab a piece of that business, just like you guys said.
Oh yeah. I used to work in retail back in college, and I know how crazy that can be. And it is crazy because we would be out there like at 5 in the morning. Stores would open at 5 and sometimes earlier.
And people are
and it
there.
would be crazy.
Money in hand,
Oh,
aren't they?
absolutely.
Like,
They're lined up,
I've never
right?
seen the mall this crazy, because I'm not one of those to go out at 5 in the morning. No, thank you.
Okay. The other part of this is, do we have anybody camping out yet for the deals?
Oh,
I haven't seen that yet, but they will be. They certainly will be. You see
outside
that every
of one
year.
Of the electronic retailers or something.
Right,
like that.
right. You do see that every
Somebody's
year.
going to throw a flat screen TV up there for $100 or something.
Forget it.
And
then
they'll be out there.
Yep,
The
they'll be.
thing people don't realize is there's maybe only 1 or 2 of those TVs
Right,
at
right.
those Best Buys. Because I know Best Buy, Target, they're notorious for doing those things. Walmart, and everybody gets in there, and it's like the first 2 people in line.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
they got the good stuff, and the rest of you. Sorry.
You have those loss leaders. You have a few products that you mark way, way down to get people in the door.
Yep.
And then once they get in there, you've got them.
Yeah.
And they'll start spending. But the thing that is really wild is every year you do see a place where the holiday shopping just gets out of control and maybe there's a fight or something.
Yeah.
OSHA, actually, the folks who regulate workplace safety, they put out a bulletin last week for retailers that said you must have a safety plan in place, and they had details about make sure that exits aren't blocked, make sure that your workers are protected. This is something that people are
like for the
really
poor guy
thinking
that has
about.
to unlock the door and face
absolutely. You would not want to be in that guy's position.
You don't want to be that guy.
Friday
No
morning.
way.
Happy Thanksgiving, Rachel. Thank you
you.
for coming in to the Morning Brew. We'll see you during the holiday period here, I'm sure. Okay.
Thank you
Great
so
to
much.
see you today.
My pleasure.
All right,
Thank you.
Rachel Sams. It's all about retail this week in Albuquerque Business First. Pick up a copy or look online. There you have the URL right there. Aaron and I will be back with more, including Stacy Sackos here. He's going to help you network your way through Thanksgiving. That's next here on the Morning Brew.